weather outside is crisp. We're all going to die of global warming. And it's just about time for the fourth prayer for Black Lives of the Day. Get on your knees. Knees? Jeez. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this. Knees. Gotta be some sign of some mental deterioration. Knees. What the hell is a knee? It's been a while. I'm not gonna do it. It's been a while. I did it.
You know that I'm saying Q tells us stuff and all of it's lies is what I'm saying.
You keep interrupting me.
Because you're lying! Because you're full of shit! That's why! Because every goddamn thing out of you people's mouths doesn't come true. And it's always, oh, there's energy and oh, now we're done with Trump. You said he was the Messiah. You said he was invincible. You said it was all over. They were all going to Gitmo. Now, oh, he's part of a larger thing of Q. I will not suffer your Q people after this. I knew what you were day one, and I know what you are now, and I'm sick of it. I'm sick of all these witches and warlocks and pumpkin possums and everything.
That typical, he once did a whole show on using language like that to sort of make people look stupid. I'm not a QAnon person, by the way. It's partly why I'm doing this, is the great Simon Parks. I did a video on him years ago. And some guy on BitShoe has made some video on him recently, he's a fraud, and he's got 7,000 views in his video. I was first out the gate with that shit years ago, calling him out. There's my little bit of jealousy for the day. It did annoy me, to be honest. I never care about views or anything like that. No one has to, I don't care if no one watches usually, but that annoyed me. I saw this man day one from what the fuck he was. Simon Parks and his alien mum. The music might be a bit too loud though. Turn that music down a little bit there so you can hear my beautiful voice. If you didn't hear any of that, it doesn't matter. Chill out. 2 points of interest on the Alex Jones thing that I just played though is one, of course he's sort of laughing at conspiracies that no, maybe he wasn't on board with the QAnon thing, but he's talked about things which aren't just as fringe, let's say, including Bohemian Grove and the actual Illuminati families in Europe and stuff like that. I've seen his documentaries on it, and I agree with at least a lot of it, but obviously there's some disinfo in there because that's who he is. Which brings me on to point 2 about that Alex Jones clip, was about 3 minutes later into that rant, he goes, they talk about the CIA chief and that. I know the CIA chief. I've got the CIA chief's number on my phone. Or deputy CIA chief's number. And again, it might just be bollocks, but at the same time, I also wouldn't rule it out. Alex Jones is a federale. And if you don't know, well, you're an idiot. Drudge Report. What a... And I don't blame Drudge for turning on Trump. Obviously, I think everyone should turn on Trump because Trump turned on you. Trump has spent his entire presidency playing the drums, drumming you out, from under your holes, come on out, get him, feds, get him, stomp on the fucking heads. And then he goes back to the White House and pardons some, Jewish financial crook. Thanks, Don. So fuck Donald Trump and his whole miserable family. I hope they all end up in chains, but they won't, because they're part of that establishment. All these fucking leftists that have spent 4 years complaining about him and shit like that. You're just the other. When you look at the MAGA tards and they're saying, no, Donald Trump. Many of them, thankfully, waking up now. when you look at them, you are them. Do you understand that you are them? You're like the like bizarro world them. They put it into language that your man-child brain can understand. You are the other side. I mean, I predicted this when Trump got elected. I was like, Trump has jumped on top of this movement, this alternative right movement, which realizes that the conservative parties in our countries pretty much only exist to be a pressure release valve for white people's concerns. And, they take all that energy and then they just do shit like, cut taxes for fucking billionaires and stuff like that. So there's never a real right-wing movement. Well, he jumped on top of this alternative right-wing movement, and then he just sat on top of it and suffocated it with this giant fat ass, while this giant fake fucking media feud kept both sides divided and going at each other and rivaling each other and getting a lot of shit done socially that they wanted done in the nations. And it'll continue. It's never going to continue. It's never going to stop happening, I mean. But to see, look at this, and this is just proof. Again, I shouldn't be surprised because it's just the media, and Drudge is just the media. Look at this. Compare this to 2016, where it's all pro-Trump and some it. They had a falling out at some point. But the worst part about Drudge is, of course, that it's, look at this. They're going for their fucking party line. They want these people done for insurrection, like insurrectionist reality, insurrectionist sector. They were talking today about how people's families and friends should turn them in if they've been to the East. Fuck it. And then they talk about the shining light of democracy on the hill. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? Are we talking about the same country? The country that's conducted over 100 coups around the world? it's never been at war for never been at peace for 100 years. We're talking about that country? The country that needs to, I don't even need to say it, do I? I mean, and then this happens and the left's like, the shining light of democracy on the hill, look at it up there. And they desecrated it when they walked in and looked at some paintings and took some pictures and walked around the fucking Senate Hall. A couple of people stole things and they should be fucking charged because theft's a crime. And as far as the rioting goes, if people were people just defending themselves? If people are trying to get in somewhere and then they start getting attacked by police, it's, I'm not saying you fucking hit them, but it's just, ask anybody who's fucking, confronted someone and attacked. It's a natural reaction for someone to fight back, just the way it is. Especially in groups like that, tensions, it's to be expected, which is why the Capitol Police did the correct thing and let them in. So we've got a situation to expose Trump a little bit here, where Donald Trump was going, we're going to march down the street, we're going to go watch them vote, we're going to watch them, and I'll be there with you. He said that. He said, I'll be there with you. Giuliani fucking frothing from the mouth, saying things like, trial by combat. Eric Trump fucking frothing from the mouth. All the Trumps just getting this crowd riled up. Then they go down there. They've got no leadership. Donald Trump didn't go, even though he said he would. He hopped back in the car, back to the White House, ready to call the feds on them. He sent them down there, and he went back to the White House and called the police on them. They get down there. The police let them into the fucking building. And they walk around the building, and then the feds come in on them. A woman gets shot by a police officer gets killed because someone throws a fire extinguisher in his face. And then 3 other people had you know, heart attacks in the immediate vicinity, and they're trying to round that up to the numbers. But, you know, if it was an insurrection, you'd be looking like 10,000 people dead now. It's not 5 and 3 aren't really anything to do with it. The media, it's beyond, I don't even know what to say anymore. I consider them, they're like soldiers now. Like, that's how you should look at them. These people aren't the press. These people are like active intelligence operatives, just trying to stir shit up. That's all they do, day in, day out. Turn it on right now. I guarantee it'll be something to do with race, immigration, or the fucking political tensions. Or gender. Tiresome. People feel frustrated. They feel the election is being stolen from them, whether you believe it or not. I personally, my belief on the election is Donald Trump didn't get elected because he spent 4 years just basically doing handouts for people of colour and minorities, and those are the people that voted for him. And when you look at the voter breakdowns, he gained in every single demographic except white male, who stayed at home because they were like, well, might as well just have Joe Biden. If he's not going to do anything for me, then what's the difference? What's the difference? But Obama, let's go fucking AOC, because it's just gonna burn down anyway. Better when I'm young and I can defend myself than when I'm old and I can't. That's how I think about it now. Let it come. Let it come. But there was fraud. I've seen it with my own eyes. I've seen, and this isn't like, oh, I saw it on Twitter and it's an unconfirmed video. I've looked into these shit. If you don't know, I'm not going to be able to convince you because of the fucking media split. If you do, then you do. But to what extent, probably can't be proven. We don't know how much, but there was definitely fraud happening. I don't believe it was enough, probably, to turn the election. I think it was Donald Trump's election to lose, and he spent 4 years doing nothing but, you know, like I said, pandering and moving the Israeli embassy. Thanks, Don. Thanks. Really what we need. You know, you could have really done something about these like social media companies that have been destroying your supporters for 4 years, who have just been like sort of grasping on, and now look what they've done to you. What a shame. What a shame. Who could have seen that coming? Who could have seen that coming? 4D chess. Maybe the geniuses he surrounded himself with, could have maybe seen that most simple of things coming. But who am I to say? Who am I to say? They're geniuses, right? They're geniuses. They're able to get themselves into the White House with nothing but, you know, billions and billions and billions and billions of dollars, and connections going back to the 60s in like the New York political establishment on both sides. Yeah, it's just populism. You know, man of the people, all that stuff. So yeah. If you're American, your sons and daughters are just getting arrested and round up and hyped up to commit these acts, and then you're getting riled up and you're condemning them and calling for their fucking heads. Might not be your son or daughter this time, might be someone you disagree with this time, but it'll come. It'll come. And you're just gonna sit there while, you know, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, Mitch McConnell, those not quite humans, sit in that shining light on a hill, sending them off to fucking camps, fucking prisons. For democracy. To protect democracy. A democratic institution which needs 30,000 troops to defend itself from the people. maybe something's gone wrong. Maybe people don't feel represented. Just call me. I know. I'm going way out on a limb here. I'm going way out on a limb. It just seems to me that everybody is unhappy with both parties. Everybody. Because nothing you actually want is on the ballot. Because the country's being managed and run by a super minority. A super minority. That's all I'll say on YouTube. Quite relaxing, isn't it, this music? And you go on a bit shooting, seriously? Some of the corpse, like remember when Trump got elected? The best part of the entire election was when he got elected, and you know, all the crying and the breakdowns, just seeing the mental health crisis America's going through in real time, like that, recorded on Twitter and Instagram, and I don't think TikTok was around back then, but look at the corpse from the right. I have been having the best time watching some of these. I mean, if it's all true, then we're literally living through the most interesting time, and it's going to be amazing when it all comes out and Trump's like God Emperor comes out like riding on a fucking tank with fucking Nancy Pelosi and that in chains on the inauguration day. Literally what some of these fucking idiots are thinking. Let's just read some of these videos, okay? The entire Trump presidency has been a military sting operation. Scott McCain. He's got I think he's got a Marines cap on or something. Another millionaire mogul kills himself, leaps out of Park Avenue apartment window to his death. Oh my God, it's all coming down, guys. Then you've got the Simon Parkes January 16th second update current news. One good thing about all this, by the way, is it's driven people away from Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. That is disgusting. I know. I'm used to just talking in VC on like Discord and things like that. You know, where I apologize. That was disgusting of me. A lot of coffee. That's all I'll say. I'm so sorry. Anyway. What was I even fucking saying? Yeah, Sam. Oh yeah, about the it's driven them out, so they're on like Gap. Oh no, I'm not gonna go into the parlor thing. They're gonna Gap and bit shoot and you know, they're not quite there. But the servers are fucking terrible, so I can't watch this. I was gonna watch the video and, you know, talk along as I do. But it's, you know, Simon Parkes Daily Corpse of the White Hats. The White Hats have I'm getting intel that the White Hats have broken into a secret government facility under Washington, D.C., where they hold extraterrestrials. And these extraterrestrials, they communicate telepathically with Nancy Pelosi. Now, what they did is they put chrome helmets on them. And the thing about chrome is, with this particular kind of telepathy that these aliens have, chrome is a kind of, it's kind of like if you put lead around a microwave, something similar to that. So basically, then these people aren't getting their orders. They're not getting their orders, and meanwhile, President Trump, he's taking this very, it's just fucking bullshit. And I'm sat there, there's 100, look there, this one was posted, what's today, 16th, this one was posted today on BitChute, okay, not YouTube, BitChute, 159,000 views. 3,944 upvotes, 111 downvotes. This is why they don't have to worry about a fucking coup. Because these people will cope with stories of aliens involved in some fucking pedo takedown with the. It's just. Your fucking brain wants to explode. Your brain wants to explode. Everybody who had any brains whatsoever died in World War II. Okay? That's the only answer. Everybody since then has been a retard who can't tackle these problems seriously. God, it is infuriating. What do you think? And you know what it's going to be, don't you? I've been calling this for fucking days. When it doesn't happen, when there is no coup, when Joe Biden's up there, I agree to be the console of the Roman Empire. No, Joe, it's the United States, the United Confederacy. Oh, Joe, shh, Joe. When he's up there babbling his babble, you know what the story's going to be, don't you? Oh, Donald Trump's this is just for show. This is just all for show. Donald Trump is actually behind the scenes. They're still rounding up difficult operatives that are on the fringe of this, but have quite a lot of powers and, shall we say, connections off-world. So, in order to keep calm, effectively, the generals and the Joint Chiefs of Staff and the President himself have decided to keep the illusion of this Biden presidency, while in fact running things behind the scenes themselves. You know that's what he's going to say, don't you? And these fucking idiots will be eating it up. Like they eat everything up. This is why you can't have nice things. This is why you can't have a serious right-wing movement. Because it is, every time, completely occupied intentionally by just Pied Piper merchants who just lead you up garden paths and drain your pockets of money, and these fringe fucking lunatics who just make you sound fucking insane. And anything associated with the movement you're pushing fucking insane. It's a fucking psyop. Good luck in Biden's America. Au revoir.